From outside, the Twin Towers still look very majestic, but two of the tallest buildings are the emptiest buildings tonight. Twin tombstones standing over a crater of death. The bomb on Friday killed everyone standing nearby in the Trade Center's underground parking garage and wrecked the police command center too. The force of the explosion spread outward, upward, and downward. It tore through walls, it shattered water mains that leaked millions of gallons of water. It broke power lines and brought down the ceiling in the Trade Center's PATH station. And suddenly workers were fighting for their lives. Jim Dolan had a unique first-hand look inside at the devastation, and he's live now at the World Trade Center. Jim?
Bill, one story out of thousands from Friday afternoon. In the harrowing moments after a terrorist bomb ripped through the floors and walls of the World Trade Center garage, as a choking black smoke began to fill the lower floors, a garage parking attendant lay dazed and frightened beneath a mountain of concrete rubble. He had no time to wonder what had happened as car tires and gas tanks continued to explode one by one around him in a deafening crescendo of terror that seemed to him quite endless. The attendant somehow managed to make it out alive. Now take a look at what he thought for a few terrifying moments would be his grave. Walk down the stairs of the World Trade Center and you step into the war zone, where steel-reinforced concrete crumbled like cardboard, where a 300-pound steel door flew from its hinges to land 100 feet away and step beyond a plastic curtain into a world where walls of cement shattered like panes of glass, where floors and ceilings collapsed, where 50-pound bricks are strewn about like pieces of an angry child's game.
This is our mainframe computer right there. I have my light on it.
On Friday morning, it was a working, efficient, high-tech office area. But look at the clock and calendar on the far left of the screen. It managed to work for just a few short minutes after the blast, after the world of the employees here in the basement changed forever, after a blanket of soot and debris covered their lives, and after the feeling of safety they had always enjoyed was lost in the smoke that engulfed them. But down there in the black fog of desperation, beneath the bricks and clutter, in the basement of the World Trade Center, heroes emerged.
We had an officer in here who was buried in the rubble, and he managed to get out through here and save his lieutenant, who was buried in the office back here.
Both survived, and fortunately they picked a safe route to leave the building. They were lucky.
If you were to go out that door, you'll fall about 200 feet.
Now walk to the lip of the crater, the epicenter of the earthquake that rocked people 110 stories above. One rescue worker said it was like looking into the mouth of a volcano on Friday. Here, 4 floors of walls and ceilings and floors and everything between them collapsed. An electric control room, 5 feet by 6 feet, dangles in midair, suspended only by the cables that once fed it power. The beams that hold up the building stand, but appear to buckle beneath the extra weight. Some say a war started here on Friday, a point it would be hard to argue against from the evidence. The reconstruction of the garage and the offices destroyed by this device will be an enormous undertaking. Every floor in that garage braces the beams, and those vertical beams support the building. 4 of those floors are now missing, so those beams are supporting extra weight. In any event, the parking garage may never reopen. It was the bullseye of a target on Friday afternoon, a target that will clearly now require a great deal more protection. Reporting live from Lower Manhattan, Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.